What's up, guys? Matt from cleverleverage.com here. Had an interesting thing come across my desk. It was a little unorthodox, a little different than normal, but wanted to talk about it. So a lot of people, especially like the FIRE people, the retire early people, or the early retirement extreme especially, even people that are in high-paying professions are still looking for side hustles. So I came across this thread where it was like side hustles for accountants or something like that. And I regularly publish side hustle ideas on cleverleverage.com on my blog for other people, for niche industries, just to give them ideas. Because for one thing, like if people would just start a lifestyle blog like I did, or I talk about all the time, that would be like the #1 side hustle for anyone, no matter if you're like a nurse, a teacher, an accountant, or whatever it is. But man, for accountants specifically, or if there's a CPA out there, or a tax attorney, or whatever, you guys are looking for side hustles, and there's a need, there's a sub-niche of your industry where there's a need that's not currently being solved, because I am a client or a proponent of this pain point. And I wish, for the love of God, I wish one of you would step up, start a blog, and talk about your journey, or talk about tips and things like that. Sell ebooks, sell courses. You know, you want a side hustle. For me, I want my problem solved for shit that I don't understand, things that I hate. You know, just communicating with the current CPA or tax advisor, or doing tax planning and all this stuff. Like, it just makes my head spin. I absolutely hate it. So there's an opportunity there. I know you guys are looking for side hustles. You can incorporate this into your side hustle, even though blogging and selling digital products and things like that should really be a part of your main business. I know you classify it as a side hustle, but maybe me making this video will give you guys some ideas. Like everyone says that it's so difficult to start a blog and all this other shit. And then you have the other camp of people, like the mom bloggers, that say, oh yeah, start a blog, it's so easy, use my Bluehost link, da-da-da-da. You know, they're just trying to peddle affiliate commissions and stuff like that. The truth is, it's somewhere in the middle. If you're good at your craft and you know what you're talking about, it's very easy to start a blog. My blogging course isn't done yet, or I would pitch it to you and say, you know, look at the link in the YouTube description. Hell, maybe when this video gets uploaded, it'll be there, but it's probably going to take me another year to build the course, because it's going to be the best blogging course on the planet. The point is, you guys are sitting on leverage and you're looking for side hustles. I'm going to say that again. You guys are sitting on a pot of gold and you're looking for side hustles, when really you should double down on what you have at your disposal and help people like me. Because if you had a blog that talked about specifically tax strategies for bloggers, or tax strategies for lifestyle businesses, and you would specifically talk about, because I've had to figure this shit out on my own. I've had to, especially to bridge the gap between personal and lifestyle expenses, or doing product reviews, or, you know, where does all this stuff get classified if you're bleeding through the edges, where, you know, it's not clear, what is it for personal use or is it for business? Well, I don't know. I need it. It's got to be in my house, but then what do we do when we're done with it? You know, all this stuff. And so there's a ton of ways to handle that. If somebody would talk about, you know, tax planning, and at what stage you need a defined benefits plan versus, you know, a solo 401 or something like that, and really break it down. Or if you had an ebook, I'd buy it. If you had a course, I'd buy it. If you had material on any of this stuff, I would buy it all. I don't care how much it costs. It's a write-off for me. It's a pain point. I would spend as much money as possible to make my life easier in this area, because getting bogged down with this is taking away from me making videos like this that are helpful for other people. Like, I'm describing a pain point and stuff, but this video really isn't the type of video I would normally make. Usually if it's about side hustles for accountants, you know, I would go through and I'd list 5 or 6, and I would tell you the stupid ones. Like, you look at these fucking financial blogs, even some of the FIRE stuff, the financial independence, retire early, blah, blah, blah. I hate that name, by the way. Even some of that stuff, you get into some of those little, not cults, but some of those people even promote stuff like taking surveys. And like, if you're an accountant and you have that level of ability or skill to help another business, if you fucking waste your time taking surveys that are going to pay you like $3 an hour by the time you actually get paid out, the real way that people make money with surveys is promoting affiliate programs, promoting the surveys as an affiliate. That's the way that you make passive income from surveys. There's no financial blog, there's no extra income blog, there's no side hustle blog on the planet that's going to be honest with you and tell you that. There's no one that would break it down because you're going to be taking a shit on those brands, flat out, plain and simple. But people get sucked into this stuff. They're like, oh, well, I only make $60 an hour and da-da-da-da-da. You know how I value my time? I take a 160-hour monthly week or work number of hours, whatever. I can't even think of it. And I divide that by what the income is for that month. Whether it's active, passive, semi-passive, I break it up a little bit. But, income from blogging could vary. It could be $150 a month. It could be $300 or $150 a month, $150 an hour. It could be $300 an hour. It could be $700 an hour. It could be a lot of different things. That's not the point. The point of this video is to not create a little circle jerk like everyone else does on YouTube and, side hustle for this and check out the links in the YouTube description and blah, 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 all this fucking shit. It's going to pay you like $10 an hour if you're amazing at it, or if you can do it right, or if you can find a way to monetize it. I'm here to tell you, if you're an accountant, if you're a CPA, if you know anything about anything with taxes, create some fucking resources for bloggers or for people with online businesses. Would you, for Christ's sake? Please. There's things out there in the marketplace. I don't have time to go find it. I do spend time. I try to hire people from consults or for consultations, this, that, and the other. But I feel like I'm still the guy that has to maintain everything. Even if you have a good CPA, even if you have a tax strategist, even if you do a consultation and you do tax planning and you have a plan and all this stuff, I'm the one that still has to stay on top of everything. At the end of the day, I'm responsible, and it just makes my fucking head spin, and I want to kill someone because I don't understand that stuff. I don't want to understand it. I hate it, and it's sucking the life out of me. And stopping me from focusing on what I'm good at. What I'm good at is something completely different. So the point is, if you started a blog and you were good at publishing, and good is subjective. There's a reason why done is better than perfect, or refinement is a privilege you haven't earned yet, and quantity breeds quality is hanging in my office. And all kinds of other stuff. Success follows attention. What the thinker think, the prover proves. And to achieve the impossible, you got to see the invisible. These are things that apply to everyone, even me. Shit looks effortless. It's not. You have to publish when things aren't perfect. You have to abolish the analysis paralysis. You have to get rid of the perfectionism syndrome because it will stop you from helping people. And your duty should be helping people. Part of your purpose in life should be taking what you're good at and helping other people with it, and serving some particular group of them. You'll be more fulfilled, you'll make more money, you'll be a lot happier. And this is what people are not doing that are searching for bullshit side hustles. People that want free money, or they want to take surveys and all of a sudden fucking cash influxes into their bank account. Come on, dude. But anyway, I'm rambling at this point. You guys, just publish stuff. You know more than I ever want to know. Maybe I'm intelligent, maybe I'm smart, maybe I can learn this stuff. You're missing the point. I don't want to. I don't want to understand taxes. I don't want to understand finance and accounting. I want somebody to do it for me. What you need to do is fill the gaps. Yes, there are people that I can hire to do those services. However, it's still my responsibility to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, because if they don't, who pays the penalty? Me. How do I know that? Because it's happened to me multiple times. What happens when there's an available tax strategy that I'm not deploying that could have saved me $8,000 on, last quarter's taxes? Or, what if there's a way to, if I'm getting paid from a Canadian company and I've got money that's out of the US and I'm bringing it into the US and I don't really need that income, why couldn't I set up an offshore entity and just keep that money outside of the US and do some other type of IRA, or just let it sit there and use it later unless I ever need to bring it home? These are things that I don't have 5 hours a night to sit there and learn. And if somebody would put together some quick guides or reports, you wouldn't be looking for a fucking side hustle, because there's 100,000 people out there that are just like me. There's people out there with internet businesses that don't have time, don't have the desire, have zero interest in figuring this stuff out. So I hope that's making sense. And before somebody sucks you into some stupid, I don't know, some bullshit about index funds, or this side hustle, pays $50 an hour, or this, that, and the other. Why don't you take some of the knowledge that you have and put it to good use for a specific group of people, like I'm describing here, online business owners, bloggers, lifestyle, whatever, and, serve those people and start offering those products for sale. Put a fucking $20 ebook together that shows, 10 tips that you probably don't know about on how to take advantage of a lifestyle blog, or I'm sorry, lifestyle business expenses or something like that. Or 10 tax tips for bloggers that's costing you $15,000 a year. Sell it for $99. Do a video course. Make it succinct. Make it on point. Make it to where the price doesn't matter. Like, it's a write-off for me. I don't give a shit how much it costs. What I want is for one of you fuckers, somebody out there in the industry, to create this stuff to make bloggers' lives easier, to make online business owners' lives easier, to give me the cliff notes of education that I need so that when I get on the phone with a tax planner or a tax attorney or a CPA or an accountant or anyone, I know that what they're doing for me or what they're telling me they're going to do for me or what they suggest that I should do next year is somewhere within the realm of what I should actually be doing. I hope that makes sense. I hope that comes across as sincere. Obviously, you guys aren't fuckers. It's just you can tell the tension or the frustration in my own life from things that have been happening. Even sometimes if you're surrounded by good people or you have people that do a good job at these services for you, it can still be frustrating. There's a lot of paperwork to fill out. There's decisions to be made. And at the end of the day, it was a very rude awakening for me to realize that no matter who you hire, who you pay, at the end of the day, you're the one that's responsible for making sure that the IRS isn't up your ass, or that you're not doing something wrong, or that you're not taking advantage of an opportunity or a tax planning strategy that you could, and the dipshits that, you know, did something for you, or that you paid for a consultation, or you did that, this, and the other, you know, weren't aware of something or whatever. Like simple stuff like having crap. You're supposed to shut that off before you start the video. If you guys want some other ideas, like actual side hustle ideas for accountants, I can make a subsequent video. Let me know in the comments. But really, I hope someone watches this. I hope just one person out there sees this and they're like, damn, I could start a side hustle blog and just talk about things from my day job, give examples of, obviously don't reveal client details, but give example situations. You can even make them up for some of this stuff. Create an ebook, do a couple courses, and you won't be looking for a side hustle. You're going to expand your business, and you might even find a little niche there that you could, you know, serve really well. I mean,